Most people have no notions when everything is well. But when they get sick or encounter adversity, notions naturally arise. God's goodwill is behind Him, causing people to encounter such things. God's goodwill is behind Him, causing people to encounter such things. God intentionally causes people to encounter such things, so that they may seek the truth and gain the truth, and so that they'll live in reliance on the truth. However, people don't seek the truth, instead always taking God's measure, using their own notions and imaginings. This is their problem. No one goes their whole life without suffering. For some people it has to do with family, for some with work, for some with marriage, and for some with physical illness. Everyone must suffer. Suffering causes every person to experience the myriad sensations of physical life, whether these sensations be positive, negative, active, or passive. Suffering gives you different feelings and appreciations, which for you are all your experiences in life. This is in order to make people more experienced. If you can seek the truth and understand God's intention from this, then you will draw ever closer to the standard God requires of you. Another aspect is that it's the responsibility that God gives to men. This is the suffering you should undergo. If you can take on this suffering and bear it, then this is testimony and not something shameful. This is testimony and not something shameful. As a normal person, if you are able to endure all kinds of suffering and are still able to perform your duty normally, are able to complete the commissions that God gives you, this is testimony to your submission to God. This is testimony to you loyally performing your duty, and it is testimony which shames and triumphs over Satan. And so any suffering should be accepted and submitted to by every created being and every one of God's chosen people. This is how you must understand it, and you must learn this lesson and achieve true submission to God. This is in line with the intention of God. God arranges for every created being. God's putting you in these situations and conditions is equivalent to giving you a responsibility, obligation and commission, and so you should accept them. As long as it comes from God, as long as God makes such a demand of you and has this intention for you, then it is the truth. If you accept these words as the truth, then you'll be able to solve your corrupt disposition, your notions and your rebelliousness, so that when you encounter difficulties again, you won't go against God's desires or rebel against God, and you'll be able to practice the truth and submit to God. In this way you'll be able to bear testimony, which brings shame upon Satan, and you'll be able to gain the truth and